Good afternoon, everybody. It's Harley. I am just getting on today. It is Saturday, so I'm able to stream a little bit earlier today, which is good. So I chose to stream after my girls got up so that they could spend time with Zach alone, since they don't really get to do that during the week. They really only get to do that on the weekend. I did a little bit of DoorDash this morning, which was really good. I made $30. Well, 27. I'm just gonna round it to 30 because, you know. I got my nails refilled because the nails, I don't know if I mentioned it last night when I did my pre-spiel, that my nails had grown in so much that my hair was catching in them, and I was actually pulling hair out and it was like getting caught and everything. So I chose this color. It is called Pretty Princess, and I just got the nails filled. So what that means is they put on the whatever they put on with it on top of the nail to keep it in place with the glue. And then she did the gel polish over it, which I've never had a fill before, so I didn't know that's what they actually did. So that now makes pretty much like all sense. So the black is gone. We are in Pretty Princess. I wanted something light and pretty and elegant, and kind of classy, for Zach. I was trying to be sarcastic and funny, but in the same way, I was also trying to be sweet and courteous because, like, I'm trying to be more girly for him, and I'm trying to be more, like, upbeat and outgoing, and I'm trying really hard. My thyroid medication did make today a little bit easier to go through. I have not fallen asleep yet today. I did, however, just take my medications. So if at any time I catch myself falling asleep during this stream, I will immediately turn it off once I wake up, and then I will be heading to the living room to try and wake up with the kids and Zach. Later, I plan on playing Elder Scrolls Online. I don't know how much later until I start doing that. I might do this for about an hour or two and then get to the game. I'm not entirely sure yet, or I will play Overwatch and stuff with Zach because Matt is online and we like to play that kind of stuff with Matt, or play Overwatch at least with Matt. Another thing to update today is that I got Spike done early this morning. I did already package Spike Flopsy, her freebies. I gave her 2 freebies. I gave her, well, technically it's 3. So I packaged the shower steamers that I originally was gonna like send out as my first set of streamers, but I didn't like the consistency that they were left with, so I left them for myself. And then all of the soaps that I still had, even though like some of them look weird, they're still good soap, so it doesn't really matter that they look weird. It's still soap, like it's good soap. It's not molded or anything. It's just that the coloring has been faded a lot and it looks a little dingy. But again, like, I had like not sealed those properly. This was before I got my heat sealer, and so that sealants aren't on them correctly, so that's why a little bit of humidity has gone in them, and then it just absorbed a little bit of moisture is all that I'm saying. But they're not molded or anything. It's just that the color has changed because of the humidity in the house slash the outside humidity and stuff, because we've had to have the air on. So just like windows fog up like in vehicles and in your house, it also affects like stuff inside your house without you even realizing it affects it. That's how come with making bath bombs or other stuff where you kind of have to like hold it in a shape when you're making it. So anything that's like bath bombs, shower steamers, stuff like that, if it rains or there's a high humidity, whether it's either in your house or outside, that can affect that item. So I did get Spike done, I got Flopsy done, I got them both sent out in the mail in the post office after I got my nails fixed. So this order that I'm working on is the Gilbert Louis order. I'm working on Louis first. The reason why I'm working on the Louis first is because then I'm gonna do the Gilbert so I can send that order out, because that was supposed to be done like 2 months ago, and because I got on backlog, excuse me, and I was having difficulties with my mental health, I told the customer that they would be sent out at a different time. And then I will work on the 2 Louis that also got put on the backlog for the same reasons. So this Louis will be in this black gray and whitish gray yarn. It is all one spool, so the colors are literally connected to each other. So it's supposed to be like those ombre yarns that I have, but not ombre yarn. I don't know, like it says on the packaging, from what I can remember, because it's been a long time since I've had this yarn, that it was a ombre yarn, and so I'm just, doing some bunny ears here because I don't think this is like ombre type yarn, in my opinion. You don't remember what the recommended hook size for this was. I don't remember what kind of yarn it was. I'm pretty sure it was acrylic because that seems to be the general consensus of whatever yarns I get. I am, however, going to work this in the original. Oh, this is 3.125. It's supposed to be a 3 mil. Oh no, this was supposed to be a 3.25. I did a 3.125. No wonder why it looked so small. So, never mind. I have to... there's only 3 rows, so that's not too bad. This yarn does feel a lot thicker. That's probably why I haven't had anything made in this yarn, because it's a little bit thicker than what I usually like to work with. However, I am trying to get rid of all the yarns that I have that are already unraveled, and then that way I can start rebuilding my yarn stock to be the yarns I want. So I was using this hook, however it is a size too small, and I definitely had a hard time just doing those 3 rows that I did in this size. So this was a 3.125. It's asking for a size D hook, which is probably what I was looking for, because this is actually a size D in US terms. The pattern I'm looking at is called Mini Dragon. It was originally done by Sweet Oddity Art. I have done a couple tweaks to this on my own, because a few spots of it were a little awkward and not how I wanted to make it look. So I think, here's my 3.5 hook. 2.25. Let me see if I have DE. No, I wouldn't have one because this is E. A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, so there's no hook in between these two, so I'd either have to do it in the 3.125 or the 3.5, which I think I'm gonna just do it in the 3.5, which is this hook. This is the hook that I usually use anyway. But what I want to do is, when I don't have these orders or I'm not backlogged, and I'm not working on a new project, I would like to get one in my little size, a medium size, and then in a large size, just so I have a quantity version for y'all to choose from, rather than just one size fits all kind of thing. So that's kind of like the plan for in the future. Right now, we're just going to stick with the 3.5. I do have the nice little soft music on like I had last night. I am going to try and be on the quieter side once I start working, or like as I'm working, I'm going to be a little bit quieter until somebody says something in chat, just so I can kind of relax my mind and everything. And that way I'm not talking too much, and that way when we start ESO, I will be primed and ready for talking, or Overwatch, depending on which one comes first. It's probably going to end up being Overwatch, because Zach's most likely going to start playing Overwatch soon, or after the girls get put to bed. So that's kind of the goal. So as of right now, I am just gonna like greet everybody, see how everybody's doing, and check on you. Otherwise, I'm going to just sit here and listen to the music, and relax my mind off like I did last night, because that seemed to actually help me mentally. It just helped me like relax, and not like stress out so much. Like the music was calming my nerves and my anxiety down quite a bit, so let's just use this time to do that. And then if anybody comes in, I will start talking. I don't know what all I'll say other than greeting you, but we'll do that. Okay, guys? So without further ado, here is me starting our next order. Again, this is order Louis and Gilbert in this black, white, and gray ombre yarn. You may hear me swear or something at myself, though. I'm just gonna act like myself. I'm just gonna pretend y'all aren't even here. Let me update that. So, okay, so we updated the title, and it's gonna say "Pretending I'm Not Streaming," "Quiet Chill Vibes," "Plushie is Louis," and then ESO Start Later. Pretending I'm not streaming, and may be quiet. It also just like started like downpouring, so if the stream becomes really spotty, please do not hesitate to let me know, because I may lose power, I may lose internet, because it, like, the sky just opened up, like it is downpouring right now, like really hard. So I did miss a stitch. Whoa. That was close. 11 and 12 maybe? Hopefully. Oh, one of them's getting in trouble. Sadly, he is not used to dealing with them, with what they're doing right now, just messing with the blinds. I am, because they don't usually do that at night. They really only do it when the windows are open, so they're probably trying to look outside in the rain. Seven. Eight. 9. 10. 11. Maybe. Oh, yes. Okay. 11. And 14. It should be 15. 16. 13. And 18. One, two, 3, 4. I think I'm like slightly dozing off. Hold on, I missed a stitch here somewhere. Alright, overstitched. I think it was when I did the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was. I accidentally doubled the 7. Okay. Go 8 and 9 together because we're on multiples of. No, we should be on multiples of 8. I'm so lost right now. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. I doubled up 5 and 6, thinking we were still on multiples of 3. Okay, so. Supposed to be doing 2 and 2. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6. Okay. 7. 8. 9. 11, and 12. I'm gonna double check that this is 24 real quick. Two, 3, and 24. Okay. Now we're going to 30, so we're doing 3 stitches and then an increase. And now we're starting to go slowly into the white. Now the white does feel really weird compared to the gray. It was like this in that other ombre one we did a way while back. I think I took pictures of it and put it on my Instagram and my Twitter. So I don't think I actually streamed it, and if I did, it was a long time ago because I don't really stream this part of my life, so, or even YouTube this part of my life, which I've been doing a lot more now. So alright, so it's literally the second stitch, because the first one is kind of that in between, but the yarn feels a lot different for some reason. must be climbing on him and stuff. Alright, I do apologize about that. Zach was having an issue with the girls, and I went in there to help him. So I made them dinner, stopped Hayden and Bella from screaming at each other. So Bella was actually like going in there and like trying to take Hayden's socks off of her like forcefully and without asking her to. And Hayden was just like not wanting her to touch her, and so I had to separate them, and then Bella didn't like that I separated them. So what I tried to do is that I tried to take Hayden out of the living room and just have her like have me carry her. I figured I would start her dinner and whatever else I could until she calmed down. So I, like I said, started dinner. I made mac and cheese. And then I started to go into my room when Bella came out of the living room after I told her like several times she couldn't come out of the living room, like she had to stay separated from Hayden. And so she proceeded to follow me, and then she took the balloon that I've had in here since Valentine's Day that Zach got me. Somehow that bitch is still inflated. And from there, I proceeded to take the balloon into my bedroom, and then I closed the door so Bella couldn't get in there. And then I set Hayden down because Hayden was wanting down at that point, and she started to help me move one of the baskets filled with clothes on top of the huge pile I have going right now. That's going to all be folded and put away tomorrow. And so then we took the basket that was then empty at that point into the laundry room, grabbed the load that was in the dryer, and then I started a load in the washer so that I could finish up the laundry before tomorrow. So that way everything is done for the last 2 weeks worth of stuff from having to catch up last time, which was literally last week. So now I have an extra week's worth of clothes that are not washed. But I really only have like 2 loads left and then it's done, or 1 load left. I could probably do that all in 1 load except for her pillow, except for Hayden's pillow maybe. But I have about 1 or 2 loads left, which will get done tonight / tomorrow. So then I'll have all of it done, and then Monday I will just start keeping up with the laundry at that point and then I'll just start like getting it out of the dryer and then immediately folding and putting it away. That is the dream. Now if I actually do that, that's the question. So I'm gonna check this message on my phone really quick, and then we will continue our stuff. Roll on real quick. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm on a row 5, and I just 1, 2, 3. I just finished up my increase. Okay. Okay, so that's the end of row 6. It's currently starting to take on that hexagonal shape that I don't like it taking, so let me see if I can pull up the website that tells me how to make it a perfect circle, because I do not like it turns in a hexagon. And for anybody wondering what the perfect circle stitches are for crochet, I'm getting mine off of a website called missneris.com. That's MISSNERISS.com. And that's just what it says. I don't know the full web code to it or not. So, what?
Mama, I'm done. I'm done.
You're all done?
Yes.
Okay, I will be right back. Are you done? Alright, I apologize for that. I know y'all probably heard me yelling at them. Hayden's just not wanting to eat her macaroni and cheese. Bella claims she did. She's been giving it to the dog lately, so it's very hard to decipher. Okay, so like I was saying, the website that I get the perfect circle stitches is that missnears.com. Now I don't know if there's any like backslashes or anything else to that website. There probably is. So what I do is I type in the search bar perfect circle or purple crochet circle, and then it should come up right there. So we're on round 5, so that's where you increase it to 30 stitches. So I was actually supposed to start with the increase and then do the 3 stitches. So that's where we kind of started to, well, we actually started to screw up at the 24 stitches because I was supposed to do 1 stitch, an increase, then 2 stitches. And then when I get to the last 3 or 2, you do an increase and then a single. So I actually started doing it wrong at 24, which is fine. You know, I mean, it's not no big deal. We'll get there. So my round 6. So let's check to see if we were supposed to do anything special on our actual thing. So round 6 is a front loop only, and this is where we do the nostrils to the nose. So it's front loop only. So let me start my first single so I can show you guys what that is. Okay, so front loop only, and I can't zoom my camera in because it's obviously, you know, unzoomable. So it's actually going to be the loop that's right here. So if you can actually tell what loop I'm pointing to, it's this. It's going to be this loop right here for me. So it's this front one. I'm trying to figure out what way I need to turn it. So it's going to be this loop right here, and it's going to be all the way around. And I have to do front loop only, so that's technically back loop to y'all. But your front loop is going to be whatever side is your correct side. So there's such a thing called the correct and the wrong side. So the correct side looks like this. You know, it's like, it looks nice. You've got nothing on the back. But the wrong side, you can see it's got a different type of stitching, and you'll have any loose threads that you started with on the back as well. So the stitches look different and funky versus these ones that are actually the way they're supposed to look. So that's another way to tell what your front loop is. So you always want to do your front loops if it says front loops on the right side. If it says back loops, make sure when you're doing your back loop only, it is on the opposite loop, obviously. So back loops go on your wrong side, your front loops go on your right side. If that makes any sort of sense, I'm glad. If it does not, I apologize. I did get a little loud there. I'm trying to lower my tone and my voice, and I know that's really hard for me to do. So I'm gonna make my first front loop only stitch because I have to put my stitch marker down. And the reason for this is that it allows us to have this as our little front piece to the nose, and this will help incorporate it to go kind of like backward into the rest of the face. I don't think I've ever described that before because I don't, like I said earlier, I don't normally do crochet streams. So me doing crochet streams is really different and really odd for me. But I'm doing something completely different with my life. I need to start moving it around and doing other things. That means streams will now consume of my time. So streams are my time. This is my enjoyment because I'm working on an order. So not only is it me working, but it's something I like to do, and it helps me relieve my anxiety and my depression. Not a whole lot, but it's enough to get me like where my mind is off of all of my domestic abuse. It's off of my sexual assaults. It's off of, you know, my kids screaming in the other room. It's off of, you know, the financial burdens that I currently have where I owe $6,000 for my, you know, mortgage that I don't have. It's for, you know, wondering if I'll be good when I start my paralegal journey. You know, it kind of allows me, whatever hobby it is, it's not just crocheting that I will be doing now. And you guys have already seen me do a couple diamond paintings, and I think that was a good way for me to introduce y'all to new stuff for my stream where my stream will be mostly creative, ESO, and Skyrim with some Overwatch in between. So I'm also going to teach if I kind of know what I'm talking about, and I will also learn with you guys if it's something I don't know about. So I have to do 4 front loops only. And I do have my stitch marker on my first front loop. And you just make your stitch the same way you normally would with both of the V's. So you're grabbing your front full, I guess we'll call it. That's 3. So here's my 4th one, and I think it's gonna be really hard to do bob stitches in this yarn, to be quite honest. Okay, so a bob stitch is a collection of 6 stitches, which really turns into 1 stitch. So it's 6 stitches in one, and they're double crochet stitches, not single. Let me take a drink really quick, and then I will show you. All right, so first we're gonna yarn over, go through our front stitch. So like I said, it's a collection of 6 stitches, but we're gonna start it like a double crochet. So now I should have 3 on my hook, which I do, which is very hard to show y'all because I don't know what way my camera is facing and all that. So 1, 2, and 3. So we yarn over, pull it through that front loop. We should still have 3 on the hook, but when we yarn over again to pull through, we're pulling through these first 2 hook or first two yarn overs. So now we'll have 2 on the hook, which is what we need. We're doing this until we hit 6 stitches. So we have 2, so we yarn over. You're going back through that same loop, yarn over, pull through. Now I have 4 on my hook. I'm going to pull through 2, 1. I'm trying to do them one at a time, so that way I know I have the entire. Now I have 4. Hold on, I did something wrong here. It's this yarn, I think. It's got me really like. Okay, we're gonna start it over. Yarn over. Yarn over again, pull through the first 2. Yarn over, same loop, pull through. Okay, yarn over, go through the first 2. Yeah, it's the yarn. And now you'll have 3. So you just want to do that process until you have 6. Okay? And with really stiff yarn like this white yarn is, it's very difficult. I remember what yarn it was now. It was that really weird colored one that I don't have a whole lot left of. It was like, oh, never mind. I have an entire skein of it, so never mind. It's that really weird, that the one where we did the originals on, or not the originals, the second Louis on for the very first or second order we got on Facebook. The red, white, or not red, pink, white, green, and blue. That was the white yarn that I had such a problem with because of how stiff it was. And that's the same type of yarn this is. It's really stiff. Alright, so I gotta go. Okay. Yarn over. Pulling through 2. Okay. I should have 5. I just had 4. I thought. I have 3 now. This will be Yeah, something's not right here. Hold on. Either I'm going through too many or I'm forgetting how to do a bobble stitch. Go through two. Through two. Okay, here's three. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, I see what's wrong. It's the way I'm yarning over for the other yarn. Okay. 4. Okay, I don't have the other one completely pulled through. Yeah, it's this yarn, guys. Oh my god. This is like really annoying. There we go, I got it. Let me check something. Wait for Hexy to get on. I'm also listening to Hexy. Well, I was listening to Vincent Vega's stream because I like watching Dead by Daylight streamers still, even though I haven't really been playing Dead by Daylight. And I was just waiting for Hexy to get on because Puck doesn't stream on Sunday. Alright, so I have 4 now, finally. Yarn over, go through, yarn over again, go through. 1, 2, 3, 4 being saved. Yarn over, go through 2. Ah! 5 over. 6. Okay, so now when you have 6 stitches on your hook, you're gonna yarn over and you're gonna actually pull through all 6 at that point, which is a lot harder than it seems when you have really thick yarn. And now that looks really bad because the stitch is so freaking loose. Shit. I might have to do the bobble and the full stitch. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Unravel that. I think that's, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put it through the entire stitch because it being on front loop over only is not gonna look good because it's got a weird hole now because of me having to stretch it out. the yarn came off of my hook, and I was trying to get it back on. All right. That was a lot easier to go through the entire stitch instead of just the front loop. And 6, and I still got 6. Alright, so again, you're gonna pull through, yarn over, and then you're gonna pull through all 6 stitches. Now, if you need to do them one by one, you can. It's better to get them all in one thing, but obviously. Alright, so then you're left with what looks like this, and I know that's not, it would help if I was doing this right. It will look like this. It'll look like a tiny little bubble, which they really should call this a bubble stitch, not a bobble stitch. And it will puff up like a zit, kind of. Zit was a good metaphor because it's white. Reminds me of a white head. Alright. So now we do 2 single crochets. So you're gonna move your bobble over as far as you are able to get the first stitch after the bobble. So for me, it's this one right here. This is how it puffs out. So when you do your single crochet here, it might look a little different when it's a double crochet because I have not yet actually done a bobble in a pattern that calls for everything else to be double crochet. I don't know how that looks. So you go through your yarn and you single crochet like normal, and you single crochet like normal, and then you pull through, and that's what allows this bobble to poke through like that. So now I'll see how, I mean, y'all can't really see, but see how it's like staying a little bit better even when you try and flatten it out, and then your stitch will actually be right behind it. So then I have to do 2. Oh no, I have to do 8. I'm sorry. So it's 1. Oh, sorry. That was front loop only. Sorry. Okay. So because this pattern calls for front loop only right here, I go front loop only still, and it'll still look the same way. It will just be the front loop only style. Okay. So there's 1. Now I gotta see where 2 is. Shit. Sorry, I have to do it again because I don't see where... Oh, okay. This is the problem with bobble stitches, especially if the yarn is so thick, is it's very hard to see where your first two stitches will be placed. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. 7, and 8. So now if you ever lose count of how many stitches you've done when you do the bobble, you're going to want to make sure you count the actual stitch that you started with, which will be behind the bobble. Like the first one and the second one right after the bobble will most likely both be behind the bobble itself. Hi, Scar. Good morning or afternoon. It is early evening for me, but good morning, afternoon, or early evening for you as well. How am I doing today? So I did a little door dashing this morning, which was fun. I had a customer this morning with the name Cornelius F, because it doesn't give you the customer's last name. It literally only gives you their first name and then their last name's first initial. So it's Cornelius F, and like that's the second time I've had him as a customer so far. And every time I see his name, it reminds me of Harry Potter. So that made my morning. I got my nails filled, which will be thankful to my hair, because I had it had grown out a little bit, and the grown out piece of acrylic kept catching under, like kept catching my hair underneath of it, and it was really painful and really annoying. So I finally decided today I was gonna go get them filled. So, and I got a new color. This is Pretty Princess. I was gonna do Fluffy Bunny in honor of our Flopsy order, but I wanted to do something a little bit more classy looking. And my afternoon was basically me trying to reset up my stream and got started on this. So I've been live for an hour and a half. And then I went to the post office to drop off my last order. So I finished an order. That was a highlight of my day. And then I had to deal with screaming children like 25-30 minutes ago. So I left y'all on BRB for 25-30 minutes, which was an accident. Did not mean that. So right now I'm like in a chill mode right now. My pain medication's kicking in, which is really good because my head's killing me. But yeah, so dealing with screaming children kind of ruined my vibe, my vibrant vibe that I was really excited to use for ESO later, or Overwatch later, depending on if Zach and Matt want me to play or not. It's a nice color. Yeah, it's just a little tiny hint of pink. So it's kind of white, but you can tell it's not white. Sorry, I'm using my breast as a example. So it's not like white, but like it's a soft pink. So it's very hard to tell the pink, but you can see it in the natural light that it's more pink, and you can tell under like my soft lamp lights that they look a little pink. But yeah, I love the color. I'm glad I chose it. Zach really likes them. I think he's just telling me that to get me to stop like bothering him about it. Alright, so let's do our second bobble stitch. So this time, instead of going through the front loop like I tried to do for this one first, I'm just going to go straight through the entirety of the stitch. So remember, you yarn over, go through, and make sure you're going through that same stitch each time. Okay? Did I grab another stitch? I think I did. No, I didn't. Okay. And you're yarning over and then pulling through 2 until you get to 6 loops. I'm just trying to get my third one right now. Okay, there's 3. But I hope you had a nice day as well. Or evening. Or day. Okay, I hope you had a nice day as well. How are you today? I'm also trying to be a little like quieter, more relaxed, and I'm trying to make it where I don't talk as much, or like I'm trying to make it where I don't really pay attention to the stream. Like I'm trying to talk to you as if you were like sitting right in front of me, but otherwise I'm being really quiet. Glad you don't have to put up with screaming children. Unfortunately, the cats are very good at replicating screaming cat noises when they are hungry. It's 12:37 a.m. so technically morning. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you have a good night's rest. Good night's rest or sleep, depending on if you're working or going to bed. But I hope you had a good day at least when it was still daytime. Come on. Will you please just pull through my damn hoop? Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Although the only downside today is that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that I remembered when I woke up this morning that I had to add a new medication to my medication list of what I have to take in the morning. So that actually made me eat something, which I don't normally do in the morning, and I think I did not pull through a loop all the way because it is not letting me pull the stitch out any further. Yeah, I did. Okay, that's not cool. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lying in the barn surrounded by cats eating dinner, so you can't complain. Not working until Tuesday, but technically the cats are also work. I just don't get paid for them. Oh, okay. Well, at least your cats are getting fed so that they don't keep meowing like screaming children. Mine are currently 2, 3, and 12. Kylan being my 12-year-old, Bella being my 3-year-old, and Hayden being the 2-year-old. I also have a 3-year-old dog named Daisy, who is also good at replicating being a kid, but she does not cry. She just whines and then, of course, barks or growls when you say the CAT word. But she does whine off and on, not a lot. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Make sure I went through both. I did. And then I also have my husband, who also counts as a child, because you know he's a man child. So now we find my next stitch, and remembering front loop only, except for that bobble. I'm not gonna risk putting it in a front loop only. So these are all front loop single stitches for the rest of the way around. But I'm glad you had a good day and that you don't work till Tuesday. Days off are always fun. I'm technically working right now. I own a small Etsy business that doesn't really see very many orders. I think I'm just a hair away from having 40 sales on Etsy. And I just mailed my last one out. I'm currently working on a Louis and Gilbert order. So Louis is a dragon and then Gilbert is a bat. So I'm currently working on that order. I'm starting with the Louis first because I also have a double Louis after for another order. So, but I don't get a lot of customers, and since I've reopened my shop, I've only had like maybe 10. Because I'm using the old shop's Etsy profile that I had like maybe 10 or 20 sales on, which was just my resin keychains, but now I'm adding in like everything else that I do. But I don't think I have the keychains listed for some reason. I think I took them down because I was gonna figure out their prices and stuff. And I hate doing Etsy, so what I kind of want to do is like transition it to also being local, where I basically just cut the house off of my office area and then just get shelving to like put around everywhere and have everything I make, and then let people place an order for what they want. And then have like the different yarns and stuff, but I'm not big enough sell wise to really do that. I mean, I could probably do that more here, but without, blocking off the room just yet. So, indoor cat is 16 and called Jinx. It's a barn. Ferals don't really have names. Well, I would imagine ferals are very hard to name. A couple do, but most of them are registered as their color and number and called kitty cat because there's around 100 of them and 8 dogs. Wow, you've got a handful, my friend. More ads. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I have it set for like every two. No, I have it set for 120 set. Yep, that's 2 minutes. Wow, hold on. Okay, let me fix that. I apologize, everybody. I thought it was longer than that. Okay. Where is it gonna let me fix it while I'm streaming? No, it is not. Oh shit, I just placed an ad. Fudge. Can I cancel it? No, I can't. Okay, so I accidentally replayed an ad. I'm trying to fix it. It's not letting me do it while I'm live, though. Yeah, it's not letting me change it because I'm live. So I do apologize for anybody that is in stream right now. If I pop this out, will it let me change? No, it won't. What if I delete it? And then re-add it? Can I do that? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna make it. Oh, it won't let me make it anything until this is over, and the highest it'll let me go is 3 minutes. I just snoozed it for 5, but I think it'll snooze itself for 30 since I just played one myself. I'm not 100% sure, so do not quote me on that. I apologize. One of your dogs also has ducks, but to you they are more livestock than pets. Your hands are always full, but used to it. There's the rough routine, which means you're still able to have some time of your own. Well, that's always good. I'm glad you came and stopped in for your downtime. Well, whatever type of downtime you have right now. I hope the music helps you relax and meditate while I sit here and work. So as of yesterday, last night's stream, I have decided that my streams will be dictated to help. When I'm in the working manner, my streams will be dictated for where I want to be relaxing and just like listening to chill music and, just using the time to be me. So this is usually like when I just want to be alone kind of thing. But if you guys come in and talk to me, I'm obviously going to talk back. I really just want to try and stay as quiet as possible, but I don't want to be rude to you guys. However, when we do a reading talk or a reading time, I will not talk at all. The only thing I might do is like greet you, but I think that's about the only time I will talk. Or like if I finish a chapter, I might like run through it, or I might do something for reading ones. But for just work ones, these are fine for me to talk with. Or like when I do another hobby, but if it's reading, I'll figure something out. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to use my streams for now. And then obviously, like, I want to help give people advice and stuff if they need it and whatever. So I'm just trying to match the energy and positivity and whatever that people feel through this music. Sitting in the barn, cat socializing. That sounds like fun though. Just doing paperwork and watch Twitch. Then you feed them treats. Ooh, you make special food that sits near you so are used to people. Well, that's good. So what kind of special treats do you make? Or do you just make like wet food kind of treats, or like I don't know. I don't know what kind of cat treats you could make. Alright, so that was round 6. We are now on round 7, and this is where I have to do like a full length couple rounds. So this will be for rounds 7, 8, and 9, and it'll be a single stitch only. So this is going to give it some height. So I'm going to start right in that first full V that I see. And then I'm going to place my first marker down. So this is the only time you'll really see me use more than one stitch marker at a time. And I try to only do them while I'm on a height, like a height one. I don't know what Bella's doing, but I just heard Zach tell her no ma'am, so I have no idea what's going on. Mix of rice, whatever meat, and canned fish is cheap. Bone broth and eggs thrown in the slow cooker for them, so it's like cheap wet food, but it's the most motivating thing for them. Oh, okay. Not gonna lie, minus the fish, that kind of sounds kind of Gucci. Like, I would be dying for some rice right now. However, I'm supposed to see a dietitian because I was told yesterday that I have she said I have pretty low thyroid levels, so I don't know what exactly that means. It was the nurse that called me to give me my test results and to tell me how long until I do a follow-up for that and to follow up on the medication, because now I'm on a thyroid medication called levothyroxine, and at the 6 weeks they're doing a recheck on the levels, and I'm guessing that if the levels have no change or some change or an exuberant change, that's where they're going to get their diagnosis, or when they get their diagnosis, or that'll help them determine what test to run next. So I guess we'll see. I've had a little bit more energy today, but I also took a vitamin B12, which is basically what's in my little like energy capsules that I normally buy at Dollar General, and I haven't been so tired today where I've been falling asleep constantly. I had a minor incident a little bit ago, but I seem to be fine now. Treats are just whatever cat treats are on sale. They have kibble 24/7. I mean, my fat ass dog who's behind me doesn't really get treats anymore because she gets pets and she gets to sleep in my bedroom and she's always on guard. Like, look at this. Look at this. So this is Daisy, for anybody who's never been here before. She is a purebred golden retriever. She is almost 4 years old. She'll be 4 years old in September. She's getting groomed in 2 weeks because she's a fluffy mess. She is the best dog I've ever had in my life. Like, I'm pretty sure she's matching my energy. Every time like I don't feel good or I'm having like a rough day, like she's always at my side. She sits with me when I work, so whether it's in this chair or this part of the office or that part of the office behind me, she will be right there in a spot that she pretty much deems as hers.
Her spot in my bedroom is actually on a small rug that I got through the Loot Crate things, which I do miss getting because that's basically how I was getting t-shirts. So she sleeps on that all night, and then she's got a spot on the couch that she'll sleep on, and if she doesn't sit on that spot, she has to sit on the lounge piece that I sit on with me, and she'll sit at my feet. But if you want to look for her, usually you just find me, and then she'll be by me. But yeah, this is my baby. This is the best dog I've ever had in my life. Like, she's an amazing emotional support dog, even though she's not trained in emotional support. But I think she's also starting to realize, like, if I'm having an anxiety attack or like if something's going on with my body, it's almost like she tries to alert me by putting her paw on me and stuff. So, but she's a really good dog. I love her. Choosing one protein source, maybe adding some veg and salt would make a pretty good stew instead of cat food. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. She is a pretty baby, though. Like, she's my big girl, and she's smiling now. Because she's getting pets, and, like, with the acrylics on, like, I'm probably hitting those spots that, like, she wants to itch, but she can't reach kind of thing. Oh, look at your smile. Hi, baby. Ooh, you get some Daisy ASMR, guys. You're a good girl. But yeah, she's getting groomed on the 5th because she's got a whole bunch of mats and stuff because, like, I didn't have the time throughout the last time she was groomed to brush her like I was supposed to. I think I brushed her twice, and, like, I just don't have a big enough brush to brush her, and it takes forever. Because once you do one spot, like, you're basically doing that one spot for, like, an hour. So that's why I kind of give up on her, because we'll give up on brushing her, because she's got a lot of fur, so I tend to get her shaved, every couple of months, or every month, just so that she's got, like, that extra fur off for the summer, or she's got her winter coat off for summer kind of thing. So she's either got her summer coat or she's got her winter coat, and that gets shaved off for the next season. So, but yes, she's a purebred golden retriever. We got her when I was pregnant with Bella, and now her and Bella are 6 months 6 months apart. No, she wasn't born in August. I apologize. She was born in September. So she's September, and then we picked her up in November. I have a hair, like, stranded outside of this freaking ponytail, and it's driving me nuts because it's in the middle of my back. Can you lay down, Daisy? Go lay down. Go lay down. Mama's gotta work. Mama's working. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I can talk and crochet and do other hobbies at the same time, but reading I can't. So when we start doing reading, I'll have to figure out what we're doing chat-wise. Her temperament sounds similar to your scatty. I hope I pronounced that right. If I did not, I apologize. I'm terrible with, like, pronunciations and stuff. She is a psychiatric service / assistance dog. Well, that's cool. Ooh, excuse me. We were originally gonna get Daisy trained in that, because I have severe migraines, and I get these, they're not actual seizures, but they're seizure-like episodes, and I do get grand mal seizures. However, I do not have an epilepsy disorder. They've already ruled epilepsy out. So we were gonna get her trained, basically to alert, like, Zach or somebody around me to let them know, hey, Ashley is about to have an attack or something, you better, like, keep an eye on her or something like that. But we didn't, and some days I regret it, some days I don't, because she kind of already does it on her own, so it kind of makes it so much easier. She has a hard name to pronounce on purpose. Oh. Wait, why is it hard to name on or why is it hard to pronounce on purpose? I must know the reason if you'll let me know. Or if you're willing to tell me. I really should put chat up on the screen so that when I export it to YouTube, it doesn't look like I'm talking to myself like an idiot like I normally look like anyway. Basically what I kind of wanted to use YouTube as was a way to like just do whatever and just pretend y'all weren't around. But I couldn't do that when I first made my stream because when I first made my stream there wasn't a like emote only way to do everything like there is now, where the person can do emote only, where you can't type anything, like you can literally only put in an emote. We didn't have that back when I first started. But that's kind of like what I originally want to do and that's kind of like how I want to do it now. Because I'm such an introvert, like, it's terrible. Alright, there's row 7. I'm gonna... There. I need to put in another stitch marker. I kind of want to do the little ones because they're a little bit easier to maneuver around. Fortunately, dogs can't be trained to alert to migraines. Well, yeah, migraines I know, but epilepsy and seizures and stuff like that, they can. That was more the reason why, was just for the blackout episodes that I have, or an anxiety attack. That was more the reason why we were going to have her trained. You suffer chronic migraines too and cluster headaches? Yep. I've had them now for 12 years. Well, it'll be 12 years in December. So mine started when Kylan was a baby, and I had a grand mal seizure, and then like I fell on the ground, had a grand mal seizure, and then ever since then I've had a migraine every single day from the moment I wake up until the moment I finally fall asleep. And I get blackout episodes that are seizure-like activity on the brain, but the neurologist I saw that specializes in seizures and epilepsy said that they are not true epilepsy. But the grand mal seizures are seizures when I have one, but I do not have them very often. However, I did have 2 last year, and I did have 1 this year, so it kind of blew. Your dog helps make you feel better, but not predict them. Yeah, that's kind of what they're for, though, is to basically just be there for you and to kind of like calm you down out of that state of frenzy. Hard to steal or distract a dog if you can't call their name. Oh yeah, for real. True story. Kids too, man. 100%. It's the only reason why. Her original name was Cicada. Okay. I think naming a dog, or any animal for that instance, and then having to rename them, I think that would be so confusing. Like, what if you could do that with people? I mean, people change their names all the time, but like, what if, you know, you just did it out of nowhere and then you like just start telling people, no, that's not my name anymore, or whatever. Like, it's almost like retraining other people to say your new name rather than yourself, and then you like stop listening to them when you hear your original name or something. I don't know. I feel like that'd be so confusing. So Hexy stopped playing Dead by Daylight and is now doing his spooky Saturdays, and I'm trying really hard not to pay attention to it. Because if I see some creepy ass shit, I am done, man. I just looked through it. I don't know what they're doing. Most migraines are normally seizure activity or nerve misfires as well, and are surprisingly often caused by sensory processing issues. Yep. That is why mine are seizure-like activity, but not a true seizure, unless it is a grand mal. That is what they told me. Yeah. But I have them every day. So far, this pain medication I'm on has been helping, or these medications, excuse me. Like a mix of stuff. As long as I take my mix, I don't have one. Well, the days where I still have them, those days have been so rough. I haven't had many, but I started this new pain regimen in December, or at the end of December. And so far, it's been the best thing I could find. Mine are the nerve ones mostly, though, because they said that when I was having a migraine, because I had a 5-day study, so I was hooked up to a machine for 5 days, and they would count when I said I had a migraine, and then they counted when I had my blackout episodes. So that's how come, like, I know mine are nerve misfires, and that's how I know, like, when I have one that's an actual, like, seizure like activity, and then the nerve part activity, because we went through a whole series of tests and stuff, including like staying up for a full day, and it was just a hassle. So I did that for 5 days, and yep. So, but I did get my final diagnosis at that point of chronic migraines and cluster headaches. So I did finally get those 2 diagnoses that I had been waiting for God, I don't know how long at that point. I think it had been a couple years at that point. I think that was the 2nd year Zach and I were together. So at that point, that would have been almost 5 years. Yeah. I think that was about 5 years ago I had that done. And then I had my neck surgery after it. Oh, no. I got my stitch marker from the last row stuck in the stitch marker I'm trying to put in for this next round. And of course, you know, it's super hard for me to open them because of my nails, but I'm starting to really love them, and the length is like perfect for me. Yep, see, now she's back in her spot. She blends into the door. It's crazy. Taught a dog by saying both names together and slowly weaning out the old name, rewarding them when she came over, and over time stopping the rewards. Yep. That's what we did with her crate training. Am I eligible for long-term preventatives like or propranolol? So the propranolol all did not help me. The other one, I don't know if that was offered to me or not. I can't remember. I've been on so many medications, but the first name you wrote down I do not recognize, so I may have been on it before, but just under the other name for it. Propranolol, I know I've been on, and I know they took me off of it pretty quick. Whew! That was about to be good. Alright, I'm trying to get into the stitch, and it's just like not wanting to go. He personally used the first one and went from 1 in 2 days, about 1 a week, but it doesn't stop the cluster headaches. That's interesting. I know I had one that was like also a caffeine medication, and it was Furacet, which is pretty much Excedrin, but a little bit better than Excedrin. That's what I had the longest. That's the one I had for the longest. Isn't available everywhere for a bunch of reasons, mainly because no one knows why it works, just that it does. So, what part of the world are you in for it to be midnight there? Or just over midnight? Or I would say when I am now. I'm assuming you're somewhere in the UK. Or maybe someplace in Canada. I don't know if there's a spot in Canada that's 5 hours ahead of me. I just know the UK is about 5-6 hours ahead of me. That might be why, if it's the UK. You're currently in Scotland. Called it. See? That's probably why it's only available there, because the US absolutely refuses to give us anything because our government freaking sucks. Donkey dick. Like, I'm so embarrassed for our country. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that we're broke, we would have moved to another country by now, because, like, this is just... It's hard to live here right now. You know, our medical is in the toilet because they refuse to do universal health care for the, you know, mid to low income families who can't afford it. They allow the rich to get away with their taxes and not, like, punish them for it. They do a bunch of shit that I'm just embarrassed for us now. Like, we give a whole bunch of foreign aid and everything, I guess, to our allies. Like, I can understand doing that. But the fact that they're not requiring that they give that money back in some way, shape, or form, or the fact that, like, when the country needs when the country actually needs aid, it still refuses to give it aid. Like, the COVID payments we were getting, they refused to give us, you know, monthly installments for, I think they said they were going to do them for like 2 to 5 years or something like that. And it got quickly thrown out because they said we didn't have the funds available yet. Turn around and gave Ukraine like billions of dollars. Like, I just don't understand. Like, our government's so fucked up here. This is why I never leave my house except for to appointments, or if I do DoorDash, because I just can't deal with the world anymore. Like, it's an embarrassing shit show here. Oh look, I made it straight into black right at my last 2 stitches. Sweet. And the black does feel so much softer than this white does. Like, this white is so stiff. Watching from the outside, you understand why people that can leave are leaving. You aren't much better, but at least it's something. At least you're not, you know, in the laughing stock of the world. You know, it's... No, let me say this. I normally don't like talking about the government, but I saw somebody on TikTok say it the other day where they said that we're called the land of the free, but if you really think about it, we're not. We're, like, apparently all the things this guy talked about, he went through, like, a bunch of stuff. He went through, like, healthcare. He went through, like, our military. He went through, you know, women's rights and women's productive rights and a whole bunch of stuff. And he said that even, like, Korea and China and Japan and I don't know what else is super, super strict on their rules. I just know, like, they are for, like, say, their children bearing, where I don't remember, but Zach told me that they're still only allowing, you know, a couple to have 2 children. And if it's like, I don't know. I don't know what happens if the person ends up pregnant again or something. I don't know. I just remember them talking about how like they have like at least some more freedom over we do. Um, like it's just sad. Like in reality and in retrospect, it is so sad. Oh, I was supposed to do another single crochet round if I was switching colors, but I'm not switching colors. I'm technically switching colors, but I'm not switching colors. So, but yeah, I get it. Like the fact that I see it now more than I used to. It scares me. It scares me to be an American right now. I'm scared to lose, control of my body. I really don't want to live in a world where, we have to be in fear of having children now because, you know, they don't like abortion. But if you make us get an abortion, or if you make it where we can't get abortions and we absolutely need it, like in the case of sexual assaults or even domestic violences or incest, or even where it's medically reviewed to need a abortion due to medical reasons, whether it's on baby or mom. The fact that they want to get rid of those rights and make abortion illegal again is dangerous. Like, I am scared to be a female in the US. It'd be financially possible. You would never leave your property for anything but doctor's appointments and to pick up meds. Dude, even I made it where I no longer leave for my counseling appointments. Like, I told them, I was like, look, I don't want to drive 45 minutes there and back to go to counseling. And I asked them if I could just do Zoom, because that's like an hour in the car both ways. So that's like an hour going to the counseling office, that's an hour back, and then that's the 1 hour session. So 2 hours, okay? So it's 15 to 30 minutes to get there, 15 to 30 minutes come home. So that's 1 hour. Then the appointment itself is an hour, so that's 2 hours. Adding in my kids to that recipe, because I don't have the money to afford a sitter and I don't have the money to get them in daycare. Yet, according to the government, I have enough money where I do not qualify for food stamps or Medicaid. And then I take that back, because either we're allowed Medicaid or we're allowed food stamps. Well, we were trying to get onto food stamps, and basically we were just seeing if we could get accepted, and if so, like, how much were we over by, or how much we had to lose in order to get our food stamps, because basically without them, we barely scrape by to order any groceries. Because I order my groceries. I don't go pick them up. I don't like to shop. And when I do shop, if I shop in person, literally, I will, like, buy up to 10 items that are not food related or not grocery related, and basically get it for myself. So I will buy yarn for my business. I will buy, usually it's all business stuff I buy, or it's stuff for the little ones. So in retrospect, while yes, I'm buying stuff for my business, my my shop, like, obviously you guys can see my paint and my yarn and all my stuff behind me, but I get so anxious when I go anywhere by myself. So, like, for me to go to a store, I just can't do it. And if I have to go, I would go with Zach. Otherwise, I have it delivered. But yeah, I try to make it where I do not have to leave this house at all, unless I absolutely have to. Or if I do DoorDash, which DoorDash on Saturdays and Sundays is really nice, because I have Zach here with the kids, and then I can leave the house for a couple hours for myself. But I don't really stay out of the house. I literally I stay at the house, and then I wait until I get an order, and then I will leave the house, do my order, and then come right back. So, I mean, I do need to turn the light on though. It's starting to get too dark in here for me. Oh, I'm sorry, Daisy. And now that, you know, my weight gain's going up and everything, it's hurting my back to like stand up, and it's swelling my leg. It's just, my life's a freaking nightmare. Like, I could literally write a book and I would be so, I think I'd be so relieved to write a book about everything that's happened in my life. And then, you know, basically throw it away. But I don't know. I think, you know, I think leaving my house is just like, I don't want to do it. Like, I just don't want to do it. You do Zoom therapy as well? Yeah. My counselor keeps trying to get me to come into the office, and I'm just like, look, see here. We're gonna have to listen to 2 screaming children during the entire session, and we won't get anything done. Like, this is why I put them down for their nap before my session. So unless you want to listen to them screaming the entire time, we're not doing that, and we're just gonna do the Zoom. So that's what we've been doing ever since. Or unless someone's home to watch them, or if I can get them to go to daycare, then I will do it. It's just easier. Exactly. Gas is getting expensive too. You can't get anything except for dog food dropped off just because of where you live. Oh wow, that's crazy. Better than you were a couple years back. At least you can go without blacking out of instant panic attacks now. That is really good. I'm happy that you found a way to get through that hurdle in your life to be able to having that happen. I have yet to get there. I don't have them while I'm out. I usually get like the panic when I'm out, like right when I leave my car, and then it kicks into like almost like addiction mode where I then acquire a shopping addiction and then just go off. Like, that's kind of like how mine works. I'm terrible. Like, I can't even browse Amazon anymore without buying something. But yeah, that's what I do as well. It's it's not fun. Okay, so my first stitch is this one. Because I remember it was the first or second full black stitch. Because the first one had partial white. Okay. So that's row 10. So technically, I can write... and this is what I've been doing. Every time I find something where I can change it and tweak it to be my own, I do it. So grab that pen. Okay. And I'm just going to cross out all of it. Actually, I need it a little bit thicker. Okay. Okay. 7 to 9. Whoops, that part I don't want that chunky. Okay. 7 through 10 single crochet. Around, put an arrow if changing colors, change on around. There we go. Much better. And technically, I changed colors twice. So technically this black is like the color change, which actually worked out really well for this. It's like 7, I don't know if that's pounds or I don't know what the other conversion of money is. I just know pounds, pesos, euros, but I don't know the symbols. Do not know symbols except for the dollar sign. A gallon. Your motorbike takes about 3 gallons and your car takes about 14.5 US gallons. Holy shit. Your motorbike has been sitting empty since April because it's too expensive to have 2 vehicles on the road now. Oh yeah, I bet. Scotland uses pounds and not euros. Okay, yeah, it's the symbol in front of it that I don't know the name to them for, so I wouldn't have known. Yeah, I just got gas this morning. Thankfully, it's gone down quite a bit because my mom was here and left at the end of May because she was not here for Hayden's birthday. She left like a couple days before it or something like that. And when she left, it was almost $5. So since the end of May until today, it's now back down to $3. And I got it for I think I got it for like $3.85 or $3.86 this morning, so it wasn't too bad. And then it was $3.74 later in the afternoon before I came home for the day. I mean, it's gone down quite a bit, but it's still super expensive. Like when Trump was in office, it was only like it was just over $2. So like I think at one point down, at least down here in Georgia, I think we were like close to $1.90 being our lowest, $1.80 something at our lowest, I want to say, and that was not for very long. But I think just about $2 was our lowest. If not just over, it was like just under. That was our lowest in the last 3 years. 2 or 3 years. All right. So now we're on round 11. So now we're doing 4 singles and then an increase. So that will be a multiple of 6s to get 36 stitches. So I'm going to put in our first stitch. Always. And then we're going to put in our stitch marker. Oh no, it would be right there. So it would have started here. Yep, I did this wrong. Oh, shoot. I could have kept that stitch right there. Because I forgot it kind of goes a little crooked. Yeah. So this is actually my first stitch now. So right in between where it just transitions to black is now where my first stitch is. That's not too bad. You wish the price would drop there too. You miss a day's a liter of fuel was less than £1. Oh yeah, I bet. Like it's getting ridiculous. Like all Biden had to do was leave that pipeline open. And I guess from what I've seen and from what I've heard, the the tribe of Native Americans that they bought that land for, I guess they had to repay it back. I'm not 100% sure. I read it somewhere and then somebody told me, but I don't remember who or what article it was. But I guess like the Native Americans had to pay back all that money that Trump paid them to open that pipeline, and they had to pay Biden back all of that money to take that pipeline away. And that's why our gas was so cheap, was because we were getting our own gas. But like I said, don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. 2, 3, 4. Do our increase. This yarn's a little bit softer than the white, which is good. Ugh. Excuse me. No idea what happened there. Or here, yeah. All you know is that it had a massive knock-on effect. Oh yeah, it was bad. Like it's freaking terrible here. Like it's just terrible here. I'm just I pray for our country. I really do, to like get better or something happen. One. I really should be putting that marker on. That one marker on my counters. Two. You know what? I'm gonna start that. 1, 2. One, two, three. Actually, I'm gonna put it at the end of the double. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I really don't pay attention anymore, to be quite honest. At this point, whenever I open Google, I hurry up and open whatever page I'm trying to find or look up. Anytime I hear something about it on TikTok, I try my best to just like quickly get past it or hit that I'm not interested in that kind of stuff anymore. Because I just can't keep reading about it. Every time I do, like, it just gets worse. And then I have to deal with the, you know, female reproduction stuff. And the only reason why I really knew about that was because I had to go to my gynecologist to get, the pain I've been having looked at to see if it was adhesions or not, which thankfully it wasn't. So we're back at square one to try and figure out what that pain is. But I really have not paid attention, to be quite honest. My husband does, so I mean, he kind of does. He tries his best to keep up on everything so that like at least one of us is informed about what's going on, but I don't. At this point, it's just like the administration will do whatever they want, and like no one's gonna question it. Like, there was a time, I just saw this on TikTok like a couple days, like literally 1 or 2 days ago, where they're trying to, where the person's like showing Biden doing 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, doing something, and oh, he's like talking to invisible people or shaking hands with somebody that's not there, and like a couple other things. But when Trump did something weird, you know, oh, we have to check his mental capacity and his mental health or whatever. Yet when Biden is like sitting there shaking his hand or shaking his hand like this, like he's shaking it with another person, or when he's like straight up having a conversation with himself, or falling off of his bike was the last one I heard about. Or him tripping up the stairs and everything, but no one's questioning his mental cognitive status. Like, it's just, I can't even, I can't anymore. I can't. It's just, it's irritating. Like, if I seriously had the money to do it, I would pack up me, my kids, and Zach and get us the hell out of Dodge. But we don't have that kind of money yet. Oh, and then to top everything off, it's storm season. So I hate having to say it every single year when I say, oh, I really hope he gets a storm. Because that means he gets to go, and then we get to get more money because he works the storms. So it's kind of sad when, you know, you're so behind on everything, and you're relying on, you know, a hurricane like causing so much damage that like he stays for an extended period so that we make more money. Like, we just need one good storm where he's gone for like 6 weeks, say 6 or 7 or 6 to 8 weeks. Like, we could pay off our car, we could pay off all of our credit cards, like literally pay them completely off, and like we would be set for a while. But it hasn't happened yet. It's July, storm season's almost over, and we still haven't had a storm, and I'm just scared he's not gonna get one. Because, like, that's usually our money we survive on around this time, and we haven't had it yet, and that scares me. Wait, I think I missed a stitch on that last one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I did. Shoot. Wait, did I do that to the last couple too? I think we need younger people in power, 65-plus-year-olds in power. All have at minimum early onset dementia and are out of touch with everyone else. Oh my gosh. Yes. Everybody's been saying, like, have them. Well, I think you can actually apply at like 35 years of age, but the cabinet needs to have like age limits or term limits, like the president does, because Pelosi needs to get her ass out of here. Schumer needs to get his ass out of here. McConnell or Connell or whatever the fudge monkeys his name is needs to get up out of here. Like, they're all way too old. They don't know what's going on anymore with the world. Like, they're just... Oh. Like, I would run for president at this point and still do a better job than them. 2, 3, and 4. And then the double 1. I'm just making sure each has 4. And then the double 2, 3. Nope, that one doesn't. This one has only 3, and then the double, so this. Oh, I did it all the way back. Oh, fudge. Okay, so I just do 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Hey, Din? Oh, yeah? Hey, my honey! Oh, I'm gonna hold Dragon? Okay. Okay, you can sit down. Oh, baby. You see my lights? You like them? Yeah. Yeah, you guys sit down. So this is Hayden, for anybody who is new to the channel. This is my youngest. Can you tell everybody you're 2? You're this many? Nope, this many. Bring these down. This many. Hayden is this many. Please go put my balloon back. And Bella's running around without pants on, but she does have her diaper on, and she's not supposed to have a diaper on. She's supposed to have big girl undies on. You help? Okay. Hold on. Night night. Oh, you're going night night, Bella? Okay, come give me kisses. 2, 3, 4. Hold on, Hayden. Hold on. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Hold on. Baby, no ma'am. No ma'am. 2, 3. It's hard to see these because they're in black. And now she's in my face. Stop, honey. No. No! Don't shake it. Oh, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. I'm gonna stop stitching right there so that I can look at chat. You're a couple years too young and in the wrong country, but you would at least attempt to run for the US president. I mean, at this point, I'm very tempted to run, and I'm 5 years too young right now, so I'm also a little too young. But yes, this is Hayden. She needs a sip. Get any? No. I don't want to go too fast, honey. Did you get some? Yeah. Good job. One more sip and then you can't have any more because you're about to go to bed. What are you doing? Oh. You're so funny. Oh yeah? That's not Wawa, honey. Okay, you ready to work? Work. Ah! Bella didn't come till Mama Night. Okay, you ready?
Right.
Okay. Grab the hook. Yeah. Okay. You ready?
Right.
She's a drink thief? Oh yeah, she is. She's an everything thief. Literally anything. Anything and everything she will steal as long as you let her. Okay. 1. Hi, honey. 2. 2. 3. Uh-oh. And 4. Alright, baby. You're going night-night. Can Mama have a hug and kiss night-night?
No.
Yeah, you got going night-night, baby.
No, Mom.
Mwah. Say night-night, stream.
Deep.
Night-night, baby. Have a hug. I love you, honey bunny. Hi, Hayden. Night-night. Love you. She melts my heart. Like, she's my baby. Oh, jeez. As cute as kids are, you're glad you don't have one? One thief, which is the old cat, is enough? I mean, okay, so my middle one, Bella, the one that came in here with the balloon, she doesn't really... One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, wait, I finished 4, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So Hayden will only steal food and drink if she asks. So instead of actually stealing it, she will ask you if you can, if you will give her some. Bella will literally like walk up next to you, and if you're like holding a sandwich or something in your hand, like say like this, she will snatch it with her mouth. Like, she will literally lean in, grab it with her mouth, and run. Like, she's like a dog. I wish I was joking. 1, 2, 3, 4, double. Yeah, doing the stitches like this is working out a little bit better. Happy to babysit for friends, though. Everyone needs a break sometimes. Oh, yeah. And that's what I've been saying. Like, if it wasn't for Zach being home on weekends, like, I would never have a break. However, when he goes to storms, I don't get breaks when he's at the storms. That is the only time where I'm literally a 27 or 24/7 stay at home mom. I'm basically like a single mom because it's only me, but you know, at that point, like, I'm a stay at home single mom of 3 when he's gone at storms, because that's what it feels like when he's gone. Does my dog steal food too? Oh yeah, I had a burger from Dairy Queen, I think 2 or 3 days ago. Cause Zach brought us Dairy Queen for dinner, and I was sitting there kind of like this, out in the living room, and I was sitting in my black recliner. Well, it's actually Zach's black recliner, but I sit more in it now than he does. And I'm like sitting there like this and looking over, because I think Bella or Hayden was doing something on the other side where I wasn't looking. And she came up and grabbed and pulled that bitch out of my hand and ran with it. Like, dogs stealing my shit, kids stealing my shit. Like, you were joking, you didn't realize she actually... Oh, Bella does. Bella does. She will steal food. Like, she won't even, like, be sorry for it. She'll do it again. But that's mainly just, like, food and drinks. Or she'll take something out of, like, say, my office, and she will claim that it's hers, and you kind of have to, like, give her a spank on the bottom and tear it out of her hands to get it back. But my oldest, my 12-year-old, she does and has stolen a lot of stuff, like, out of my bedroom and out of my office. But I usually end up finding it later in her bedroom after it's stolen. Like, once I realize something's missing now, I go in her room first, and 9 times out of 10 I find it in there. I'm gonna check to see if he's on Overwatch real quick. But yeah, my dog and my kid both steal my food. Like, they're ridiculous. I'm good. That spot on the back of my neck is hurting me so bad. Alright, so that was round 11. So now we're on round 12. I would not have to use that marker if the yarn wasn't black, because it's just super hard to see them. Okay, now we're doing 5 and an increase, so that's 7. Let's see if I can do it without making a mistake this time. Alright, so there's 1. Oh, also, thank you so much for that follow. Much appreciated. I don't understand why my alert didn't go off for it. Are my alerts not working? Zach just got back online. It says it's running. I just tested it and it worked. I wonder if it worked when you followed and I just wasn't paying. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Hey, honey. Babe. I'll be right back. I'm gonna ask him if he's gonna play Overwatch, and if he is, I'm gonna play with him. Alright, so he said he's gonna eat something and then he's gonna play. So once he gets done eating, I'm gonna play with him. I may keep the stream on and just pretend y'all aren't here. I would, but I don't have a big enough chat to really do that, and I feel rude when I do that. It's even hard to see this bitch. I'm like having to look for the little tiny holes in between for the stitch. Okay. I kind of don't want to watch this ghost story stuff or whatever this is that Hexy's watching. I kind of want to just watch Dead by Daylight. I don't know any of these streamers. I watched that one earlier, and I don't know if I liked her. Alright, Toki's live. That person. I just, like, need something that I can, like, physically look at. Like, last night I tried to do it where I was just listening to the music, and, like, it worked, but I don't know. I think it was just because I was, like, sitting back there, and I don't know. Today I just wanted everything in front of me, so here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry about it. I'm probably going to be asleep soon. It's almost 2 and I'm tired, so as long as insomnia doesn't kick in, I'm not going to be around much longer, no worries. And as long as insomnia does not kick on me, I will be going to bed soon myself. I usually get to bed, or I usually try to get to bed by, like, 11, 12 o'clock, so. I feel ya, bud. I feel ya. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5, so I need 1 more. Okay. Does not look like I have 5. I guess I do. I just realized they made it sound like I'm gonna die, not fall asleep. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Ow. That's funny though. I mean, I understood what you meant by it. No, I don't know about anybody else, but I understood what you meant. And that's what matters, right? Woo! And I think as long as my eyes don't keep freaking out, I will also be on for a while. For some reason, it sounds like she's not speaking English. Oh, it's just because I can barely hear her. Never mind. And she was talking really fast. Okay. If that was 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3. 4. 5. Torn between letting them sleep on the bed because her company is nice, and creating her because her training needs some work because you haven't been home in like 4 days. Oh no. That is kind of like a very hard stuck in between thing on what you want to do, for sure. That's how we were with Daisy when she was a puppy. Was so our fence could be broken down into a crate and vice versa. So we bought this crate and it turned into this fence. And I mean, we went from thinking, well, do we put her in her little playpen or do we put her in the crate portion? Like, that's how we housebroke her, and I felt so bad for her in that crate. That was the same thing with the bed. So now when it's just me sleeping in there, she knows she can sleep on the bed with me, but if Zach's in there, she knows her spot is either on her little rug thingy or it's at the end of Zach's side of the bed. Oh crap, I think I just did too many stitches. I did. Okay, here's my double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double. Okay, I only did 2 extra. Okay. Four, 5, 6. Yep. So hard to work with black yarn. I swear to goodness gracious. I mean, I could bring that lamp over, but I think she should, personally, I think she should sleep with you because that will give her a sense of comfort as well because you've been gone for 4 days. What was I doing? Like, I feel like I just partially fell asleep. Okay. Is this my double? 1, 2, 3. I'll be so glad when this color changes. Whoops. No freaking way did I just do that again. Oh my god. Damn. Okay, I think that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta be. You always feel bad the first couple of days of crate training, but it's important in the long run. My dog that sleeps on the bed regular is her, and my oldest because we had him the longest. That was the point. Few enough dogs, they could all fit on my bed. Oh wow. Even with me, there are very few places I go without her. Oh, okay. I feel like you should let her sleep in the bed with you just because, like, that's what she's used to, I guess. From the way you're talking, that sounds like what she's used to. And just see how she does. Or I would take her outside and then do it. Otherwise, if you're not going to take her outside to use the potty first, then crate her. And then if she does good in the crate and she has to go again, then you can, let her in your bed after. I don't know. It's been a while since I had to train Daisy, so now I just teach her little tricks. One, two, 3, 4. Yeah, I need one more. Seems like this black is going on forever. Ah, fudge. My memory has gone to shit now. This is why I can't focus on anything because my mind goes to complete and utter freaking mush. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double. Okay. Well, about to be double. Like, at this point, I can't tell if it's my memory that's gone to shit or if it's my eyesight. But I'm really thinking about using that other stitch holder to keep count. We'll see here in a second. Like, I keep thinking that, like, y'all have asked something or I started talking about something and then, like, I just go complete blank. Like, that's how it's feeling right now. But anyway, this is the end of this row, but not the color just yet still, unfortunately. Alternated between bed and crate, depending on how you felt. Her potty training is fine. She's nearly 4. She's just struggling with crate training and separation anxiety, which makes her a pain in the ass. Oh my goodness. I can relate on that with Daisy. She's a program dog. You weren't involved in most of her training. She also learns little tricks occasionally or things you think would be useful. Oh, okay. So, let's see. The only thing that we did with Daisy was just the crate training. That's basically all we did. But we also gave her this leash thing where you put like a stake in the ground or you connect it to something that's really sturdy and you know for a fact will not like get picked up by the wind or something, and then you put the leash on it or like a retractable leash or something on it so that like she can free run and just like that's what we did, and that's kind of like how Daisy started to get really used to like staying in the yard, which really helped. That's another thing we did, but now we live in a house that has a really open big backyard and she's absolutely in heaven. So I don't know, I don't know what other advice I can give you that would sound okay. So now we have to do 6 plus an increase, so 8. But yeah, I have no idea, sweetie, what sounds better. Oh my gosh, why did I just do that? What the hell? Why did I just do that? Wait, that's not one. That's 2, 3. I can't tell what the like conversation in my head is talking about, and it's like driving me nuts because I can't figure out what the voices in my head are talking about. Yeah, that what you said is like should be creating her more during the day and being in a different room during meals, but she is fine to sleep on the bed, just not every night. Yeah, that's kind of like how Daisy is, but Daisy also gets a medication now. I think I just fully fell asleep and not realized it. Um, like I said, I zone, guys. I zone hard when I do it. So now I get to clip it and see if it clips right at the moment that I was zoning to see if I can look at it. I don't know. I would say just do what your gut feels. Do what your mind is telling you to do. Is all I can say, I guess. Wait, am I actually done with? No. I used the wrong stitch marker and confused myself. Okay, I'm gonna get off stream for the night. I was gonna stream the game, but I don't think I'm going to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get off for the night. I'm gonna stop right here on the Louie. So thank you so much, Scar, for that follow. It was very, very much appreciated. I hope to see you again tomorrow. I don't know what time I'll be up, and I don't know what time I'll be starting. So I hope to see you tomorrow at some point, if you would like, and then I will have the whatever I have from yesterday for YouTube, and then my stuff from today and stuff from tomorrow will be all posted tomorrow night, and any clips I may have will be posted. I'm gonna try to get some posted before I go to bed. So I hope everybody has a great night. Scar, I hope you sleep well, and I hope you figure out what you want to do with your baby, and have a good day tomorrow, since I'm probably going to be asleep for most of your day. Good night, y'all.